Welcome to qnawire.
Hi, so we're going to look at problem 1 of chapter 5, section 2. In this problem, a researcher wants to know how many cups of coffee a customer drinks during an evening meal at a particular restaurant. The researcher collected data and put it in the table given to us here, where X is the number of cups of coffee that a customer drinks, and P of X is the probability that that customer drinks that much coffee. So for example, there's a 31% chance that a customer will drink 0 cups of coffee, and there's a 2% chance that a customer will drink 4 cups of coffee. What we want to know is the mean, variance, and standard deviation of this data. And let's refer back to our mean, variance, and standard deviation equations. Here you can see our mean is mu as the summation of x times the probability of x, whereas variance is the summation of x squared times the probability of x, and we're subtracting off our mean squared, our theoretical average squared. And of course, our standard deviation is just the square root of our variance. So let's go ahead and jump in and let's calculate our mean first. So here we get that our mean, our mu, is going to be equal to 0 times the probability of 0, which is 0.31. Let's add on 1 times the probability that 1 cup is drank, so 0.42, plus 2 times 0.21, plus 3 times 0.04, plus 4 times 0.02. All this is going to be equal to 0.42 plus 0.42 plus 0.12 plus 0.08. And this ends up being equal to 1.04. So this is what the mean of the data is, 1.04 cups of coffee. Next, let's take a look at the variance. We'll call that sigma squared. And that is going to be equal to 0 squared times 0.31 plus 1 squared times 0.42 plus 2 squared times 0.21, 3 squared times 0.04, 4 squared times 0.02. And this ends up being equal, and don't forget to subtract off 1.04 squared. That's usually why I write it first up here so we don't forget. Though in the textbook, that's usually written after the summation. All right, so that ends up being equal to 0.8584. Let's call that variance. And of course, we can easily get our standard deviation simply by taking the square root of 0.8584. And that ends up being, we'll do that and say that the standard deviation ends up being 0.92649, blah, blah, blah. And you can go ahead and round that to 0.926. And that is the mean, variance, and standard deviation of this data. Thank you.